Good afternoon, parents, grandparents, friends, family, and most of all, senior class. All right. Welcome to all of you. My name is Marilyn Waller, and I am the chair of the Board of Trustees, and there are many trustees here to join us and join us in this moment. Many of you know that I arrived on campus shortly after our devastating loss of our beloved head of school last week. We grieve together, but this tonight and tomorrow is a celebration. And I think it's really, really important to remember that these wonderful young people are here to be celebrated. They deserve it. They've achieved honors. They really deserve the accolades that they will receive tonight and more. And I want to say to all of you, you know that PJ loved you dearly, was proud of you, and always believed in you. So thank you, and thank you all. And now, I'd like to turn the program over to Dr. Riendeau.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Baccalaureate Ceremony for the class of 2023. Having been at Eagle Hill for 34 years, I know all too well that what I'm about to do is ill-advised. But if I have learned anything from the class of 2023, it is to take the occasional chance. Often, I am asked, and again, even this afternoon, whether as teachers we develop a particular connection with one class or another. My official answer is, of course not. The truth is a bit more complicated, and I will admit that there is something really special about the class of 1990. But because so few of them were available tonight, we're going to carry on with the class of 2023. Truthfully, of course, there is no one with whom we would rather be spending this evening. We have the chance tonight in a setting a little more intimate than tomorrow's Shout It from the Rooftops commencement to celebrate 61 remarkable people, the members of this class. Tonight is our opportunity to reflect on the talents, the hopes, the occasional setbacks, and the ultimate achievements of these seniors who are so dear to us. We all know that someone else should be giving this introduction, and it is with great sadness that we are reminded that Dr. McDonald will not have the opportunity to talk with this class as he did to his delight with 24 classes before you. In the midst of our most difficult week, a good friend of mine handed me a copy of Rabbi Lawrence Kushner's classic Introduction to Jewish Mysticism, and in it I found something I thought I would share tonight. Kushner tells us, each lifetime is pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. For some, there are more pieces. For some, the puzzle is more difficult to assemble. But I know this, no one has within themselves all the pieces of their puzzle. Everyone carries with them at least one and probably many pieces to someone else's puzzle. Sometimes they know it, sometimes they don't. We are all very lucky here to have found a community in which so many of our missing pieces have been found among our friends, our parents, our teachers, dorm counselors, and our coaches. As you find your way through the next 24 hours, seniors, make an effort to identify the pieces you found at Eagle Hill and will take with you. But recognize also the pieces that you have contributed to one another and to all of us. We will begin our program with the academic awards presented by department chairs and academic advisors. Your programs mention individual awards, and these are comments written by members of the faculty for each graduating senior. They may be farewells, or congratulations, reminders of some poignant moment and achievement, even sometimes a final push in a particular direction. Each senior's folder contains a compilation of those notes, and advisors will present them, and as they do, we'll read one of those notes for all of us to share. We'll begin by asking Mr. Przypek to come up for his advisees.
Jacob Fendler. Jacob, nary a day has passed since your arrival at EHS when I have not been astonished by some accomplishment or cunning gambit of yours. You have amazed us all with your academic capacity, your artistic range, your quick wit, your engineering ability, which brushes shoulders with the likes of Reed Richards and Tony Stark. But most of all, it is your kindness that speaks most clearly to your character. You strive to be an advocate, an ally, a helping hand, and a friend to everyone. You lead by example without pretense or presumption, and you build integrity through action as well as word. I could go on, but I think it is best to borrow a phrase, old and dusty though it may be, since it suits you so well. Jacob Fendler, a man for all seasons. Mr. Parson. Jacob is also receiving the IB medal, which means that Jacob has spent the last 2 years pursuing the full International Baccalaureate Diploma program, having finished a month's worth of exams just yesterday.
Mrs. Thompson, could you join us?
Catherine Aubin. Kat, where do I begin? We've been together a lot during your time here at Eagle Hill. It's been wonderful watching you grow into the academically curious young woman you've become. I hope you continue to explore your creative side at Plymouth State, as you have shown it to be one of your best strengths. I'll miss seeing you on campus, but you'll be close enough to visit often. I'm counting on that, Ms. Whitaker. Sienna Morera. Sienna, in the time that I've known you, I've witnessed tremendous growth in your voice and your advocacy. You speak up not only for yourself, but for others, and you make sure that others are going to listen. You refuse to settle for less than you deserve, and you push yourself to meet high expectations. I'm continuously impressed by not only your strength and resilience, but also your drive for success and your willingness to try new things. All of this is going to continue to take you wherever you want in life. You are going to move mountains. I wish you all the best in your next adventure.
Mr. Moreland.
McFaul. Max, congratulations. You're a determined, accomplished young man who certainly knows his way around trucks. I enjoyed learning a ton about the world of historic vehicles, and I love the way you were able to weave them into almost everything we did in our writing course. Your passion is palpable. Keep working toward your dreams and keep us posted about all your successes. Mrs. Geary. Will Krause. Congratulations, Will. It's been a pleasure to get to know you the last few years. This year I am proud of the resilience that you've demonstrated. At times it was a challenging year for you, but you showed that you had the ability to continue forward in the face of those challenges. Continue to do this in your future, you will overcome any obstacle that is in your path. Best of luck in your future, Mr. Stanley. Gabe Ronald. Gabe, I really enjoyed having you in class twice. You made a great skateboard with me last year in Makerspace, and this year you dove right into the hive construction and learning how to harvest honey. When you're interested in something, you really excel at it. Keep up that motivation and enjoy your future successes. Dr. Leahy.
Mrs. Alwis.
Spencer Abrams. Spencer, congratulations on your high school graduation. Learn to enjoy the highs and lows for what they are and to embrace them for what they teach you. As you embark on the next chapter of your life, I hope you will look back on your high school days fondly, but know that your best days are ahead. Go forward, adventure, be strong, confident, and kind. You'll do great things. Thank you for being an amazing student. Miss Maha. Abigail Kirby. Abby, my self-proclaimed favourite student. All right, maybe not so much self-proclaimed, but you are surely in the top 5. In all seriousness, I've come to know you as a fantastic student and as an even better person over the years of teaching you. You are smart and funny, and you will always have a good way of reeling the class back in when they started to stray. And for that, I thank you. I know you do well in college, and I know you won't get pushed around. Stay strong, stay confident, and continue to be a leader. Your favourite teacher, Mr. Blais. Isabella Reyes. Isa, if I had to think of one word to describe you, it would be resilient. You have impressed me with your constant ability to bounce back no matter what hurdles you encounter. You walk into a room and it lights up with that beaming smile of yours. Those qualities should not be undervalued. They will see you through no matter what you encounter. I wish you all the best. Go forth and light up the world with that beautiful smile of yours. Amy Nelson. Amy, I cannot think of a sweeter human being who has been in my classroom. You are such a hard worker, a great friend, and just a wonderful human to be around. You are tough too, and you do not give up. You push yourself always to do your best, even when it's challenging. I will never forget your kindness. You certainly make the world a better place by being in it. Amy, you will always be daringly different. And for me, I am very proud of you, Mrs. Hubacz.
Mr. Blais.
Marisa Gracias.
Marisa, I think you know just how much I've come to appreciate you, but for the sake of having to write an award comment for you, I guess I'm going to have to tell you now. Your hard work and unwavering dedication are apparent to every person who knows even the littlest bit about you. Your upbeat and positive vibes are contagious, and you improve the lives of everyone around you. Your willingness to put yourself out there, regardless of what others think, is something to be admired. All right, enough with the procedural stuff. Marisa, you're awesome. Everyone knows it, everyone wants to be more like you, and everyone should aspire to be more like you. You're funny, smart, compassionate, a bit stubborn, and you have leader written all over you. You have already achieved so much, and yet you're still just getting started. I know you haven't always been this way, and that fact that today you are gives me hope for my daughter who struggles with some of the same struggles that you two have dealt with in your life. As a parent, I'm trying to do whatever I can so that my daughter Summer will turn out to be just like you. All right, enough with the sappy stuff. You're awesome, you're going to do great things, and don't hesitate to reach out. Marisa is also one of 2 students who did the complete IB program.
So Marisa is also one of 8 seniors each year who is part of the core group of students who keep us to our core values, honesty, respect, kindness, and purpose. And so she'll also receive a stole that recognizes that.
Marisa. Declan McGinty. Declan, if I could go back in time to the fall of your junior year and put this version of you next to that one, then you would see just how much you've grown. Then I saw a young man who was comfortable in his skills and played to his strengths, which are quite considerable. You tried to wing it on a presentation because you had that confidence, but you had to learn that at the next level, proper preparation makes the difference. Growth begins when we're on the edge of comfort, and that was my goal with you, to get you on the brink of your comfort zone while supporting you to move past it. This paid off for you in major ways this spring as you delivered meaningful presentations and studied diligently for the IB English exams. You've matched those skills you brought with new knowledge. Keep growing at Kenyon and beyond. Best, Mr. Hopper.
Mrs. Bobka.
Liam Altshull. Liam, between classes, crew, and the Master Menu Club, I believe I've spent more hours with you over the last few years than with my own family. You are the first student in the history of Eagle Hill School to have taken every single psychology class. And your academic performance was, of course, outstanding in them all. You can row both port and starboard, sweep, and can scull in a double or a single when you aren't taking the coaching launch out for a spin. It was a pleasure to go out to dinner with you every month, and I especially loved when we get tons of items on the menu to split. You were my go-to Roland Wrangler, and I mean it when I say that I really think you are the only person in the whole world who truly gets my son. You did great here, but I know this is just the beginning. I can't wait to see you as a peer at a professional conference, read your psychology publications, or maybe hire you here in the counseling suite. Best of luck at TCNJ. Keep studying hard, ripping up those calloused hands and rowing, and I'm sure I will someday call you Dr. Altshull. Dr. Miller.
Why, go ahead. Wyatt, I say congratulations with honesty and hesitancy. Honesty, as I am so proud of the leader, friend, athlete, and student you have become. Hesitancy, because, totally selfishly, it is hard to think of not seeing you around here anymore. However, I can't wait to hear about all the amazing things you will accomplish, and I know that you will carve out an awesome and fulfilling life for yourself. Please always be the gentle, generous, authentic person you are. More people in the world need to be inspired by you and maybe learn a thing or two about being a good human. I am honored to say that I got to teach you and know you. Now go out in the world and make your mark. All of us here at Eagle Hill know that this place has become a little bit too small for you. I mean, you really are tall. But we will be here if you need a reminder of how much we believe in the kind of good you will do in the future. Be brave, be intentional, and be true. Best of luck. We will miss you. Devin Heyer. Devin, you are truly sunshine. You deserve all the good in the world because you give so much of it to others. I will miss your smile and your daily visits to my desk, telling me about your day and hearing you yell, "Gina!" down the hallway. Enjoy your adventure at Rollins and spread some of the Devon sunshine in Florida. You got this, my girl.
Mr. Geary. Jamie Chang.
How do I even begin to put our relationship into a few simple sentences? It is simply impossible. No student in my career has made me laugh as often as you have, and I am thankful for each of those moments. The different phases of the Chung are all the things I look back on fondly. To name a few, VSCO Jamie. It says VSCO. Excuse me, Visco Jamie. Red Vest Jamie. Infant Annihilator Jamie. And the final form, Black Vest Jamie. I will miss our serious conversations about movies, silly teenagers, and how hard our lives are. The squash team may never recover without you, and I know my days will not be the same. Best always, Mr. Bliss. Evan Gage. You like being on the stage? Evan, you spent quite a bit of your time in our biology lab this past year. Having me twice a day in both anatomy and marine biology must have been draining for you. Trying to understand countercurrent flow in fish gills in one period and then countercurrent flow in kidneys in another is enough to make many students want to throw in the towel. You always stuck with it, no matter how hard things seemed to be. You're an excellent self-advocate, and all the time during office hours paid off well for you. Keep asking questions and stay brave in responding to inquiries from your professors. You've come a long way, and we're excited and proud to see you off to Roger Williams next year. Mr. Ward.
Ms. Gentleman.
Grace Walls. Grace, you made me laugh and you made me cry. Thankfully, these emotions never resulted from our time together this year in government class. You have made a lasting impression as a fantastic actor and a lovely all-around student that every teacher was happy to have in class. Best of everything to you, Mrs. Riendeau.
Mrs. Groner.
Brooke Stryker. Brooke, I always appreciate your candor in classes. You never sugarcoated anything, made excuses, or apologized for who you are. I respect that about you. I hope you're always true to yourself because the person you are is an amazing young woman. Best of luck to you at High Point, Ms. Whitaker.
Mr. Harbert.
Ethan Bashaw. Ethan, this year in mystery writing, you consistently worked so hard to produce the best quality of writing you could, and always with a smile on your face. When I think of you, I picture a young man with a great deal of integrity who is, simply put, quietly earnest in his pursuit of improvement and success. Your efforts this year did not go unnoticed, and you consistently made me laugh, especially on your urban legends presentation. Lucifer now lives rent-free in my brain. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for all of your hard work this year and for simply being yourself. Fabulous. Mrs. Bonica. Hampton Carver. Hampton, yours was probably the fastest and easiest college application process of the year. You knew what you wanted and you made it happen. You never wavered from your determination to go to school near home, and who could blame you after putting up with so many harsh New England winters, right? I'm sure Ole Miss will quickly realize what a great decision they made by admitting you. You should be proud of yourself for all you accomplished here, and I hope you will use your skills and humble confidence to push through the challenges that life will surely throw your way. Wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Mrs. God. Spencer Charrington. Spencer, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss your sassy attitude, but I am also going to miss your willingness to be honest and have the difficult conversations that need to be had around campus. You have put yourself out there as an advocate for those whose voices are not often heard loud enough, and I honor you for that. I'm also going to miss that no matter what, you have stayed true to yourself and helped Eagle Hill become a more accepting home for all students. I really miss it. I really mean it. Sorry, when I say that I really hope that you keep in touch. I wish you every success and want to hear all about it. Ms. Alwis. Ashton Crump. He said he's going to help me with it when we pick this one. Ashton, I'm not sure I can find the words to explain how much you've meant to so many of us here. And I know that it's impossible to express how lost many of us are going to feel without you. I feel so honored to have played even a tiny part in helping you become the bright, capable, determined, and successful human we all know. For the last 4 years, you've been a part of my life. You have made me laugh and feel astounded and proud, while also make me want to rip my hair out at times. I'm saying nothing you don't already know, Ashton, especially since, let's be honest, you definitely got a ton of joy out of this effect. In all seriousness, though, while I am sad that you must leave, and I am so excited to watch you continue to grow in the years to come, and I can't wait to hear about all your adventures and misadventures, because those are the funny stories we all like to laugh about together. Keep plugging away at your dreams and aiming for whatever goals you have at the moment, and know that we will be here to give you a pep talk or a leg up if you ever need one. I wish you all good things, Ashton, and please know that all of us will be calling out your name every time our projector isn't behaving, our microphone goes rogue, or we need the perfect lighting for an event we are running. Your ingenuity and generosity have made me a better teacher and a better person. Thank you and congratulations. Mrs. Geary. Okay, last one for me. Mackenzie Wolf. Mac, I truly enjoyed teaching you during your time here at Eagle Hill. You and I bonded over sports chat, and that hasn't gone away. Rarely does a day go by where you and I don't have something to say about Obama, the Celts, the Sox, or whatever the hot button sports topic is that day. But Mac, you were more than just sports chatter to me. I saw your effort, tenacity, and desire to be the best student you could be shine through. And you came a long way here, my friend. I truly wish you all the luck in the world in all your future endeavors. And hopefully we can chat about the Celts chip this year. Mr. Kanozek.
Mrs. Hubacz.
Salome Jelke. Salome, I am grateful to have worked with you this past year in our Holocaust and Genocide class. It has been years since that first summer when we worked together on the ropes course with Bella, Spencer, Colin, and so many other familiar faces who eagerly await graduation day and the excitement of the next chapter that soon follows. But in so many ways, you remain the same young woman from that summer who laughed hysterically as she stood in triumph atop the catwalk. You remain a source of extraordinary compassion and empathy for your friends and classmates, and a voice that others listen to for guidance and encouragement, and someone that is never afraid to speak out in the face of unkindness or injustice. You remain innately curious and incredibly creative, and I will sincerely miss the look of sheer excitement that lights up your face the moment you come to a sudden realization or learn something shocking or unexpected. I am sure that Emmanuel College will soon see these same strengths and enjoy these same moments, and like our school community, be grateful for them too. Mr. Robinson. Caitlin Montague. Caitlin,
It has been an honor to work with you for the past 2 years in IB English. If I could write a scene to capture my mental picture of you, it would run something like this. Interior, classroom. The bell rings. Mr. Hopper stands at the board talking. Caitlin throws open the door. She's breathless from running up the hill. Caitlin says, "I'm here, phew. Hey, look at this paint and clay and this ink and sawdust all over my pants. Dang." The class starts. Caitlin plops down her bag. "I'm getting water." Caitlin leaves the room. Mr. Hopper has barely resumed talking when Caitlin returns. Caitlin clangs her hydro flask on the desk and claps her hands. "All right, y'all, let's do some poetry." You did this, like every day. Then you nimbly changed mental gears to balance the spaz with some awesome insights into poetry, or novels, or Shakespeare. You tackled every big assignment and studied diligently for the May exams. As you put it so eloquently, my brain has never worked so hard before. You have made the jump to the next level. Allow me to add my voice to all these here, and when I say, I'm so proud of you, Mr. Hopper. And Caitlin also is earning a stole representing our 4 school values.
Mr. Kanozek.
Madeline Howell. Miss Maddie, somewhere along the way we crossed paths in the soundscapes class. Your big eyes got larger when I talked about whale sounds, Havana syndrome, and all sorts of unusual things in the universe that have sounds. We then met up again in global econ, and it was here that I learned more about your love for plants, better known as an anthophile. Seems you and I are anthophiles, Japanophiles, save the earthophiles. I think that whatever you plan on loving in this world, and then make it your own, will bloom when planted. I am very glad to have been a part of your life for this short amount of time, and I hope for you all the best, Mrs. Mackewitz. Harrison Soap. Harrison, a lot of students have passed through the doors of room 406 on Eagle Hill's campus, but few have left the impact you did in your 2 short years here. You are blessed with the ability to make people happy, Harrison, and that seems to be the case in everything you had your hand in here. You were a student athlete, you got great grades, you shot to the top of the privilege system in no time, and you managed to do this with grace, aplomb, and sincerity, which can be very tough for a high school kid. We bonded from day one over our Celtics, Bruins, and Red Sox, and we even managed somehow to remain civil during the NFL season over your Pats and my G-Men. You put 100% effort into everything you do, and that is what I and everyone here at the Hill will remember you for. Now go live out your dreams, but make sure to promise to come back and let us know how well you're doing, because I can't see Harrison Soap and failure occupying the same universe. Thanks for being an awesome student, advisee, community member, and most importantly, human being. Kyle Welch. That's what I just said. Harrison also receives the Corps Stole. Kyle Welch. Kyle, where did the time go? It seems like yesterday you and your parents were sitting in front of me during check-in in your first year here, and now you're checking out. Kyle, you are a kind, generous, and happy kid, and that means everything in today's world. This isn't to say you don't have the tenacity to survive in it, because, as I know, as much as you do, Kyle, you certainly stand up for what you believe in, and that, to me, speaks volumes about you. I will miss you, Kyle. Good luck in all you do in life.
Dr. Kim.
Sierra Learned Miller. Sierra, you have been such a pleasure to have as a resident these past 2 years. I've watched you put in a lot of work and effort to improve and achieve your goals, and I just want to say congratulations, you did it. You have grown and matured so much throughout your time here, and you should be very proud of all you've achieved. Best of luck as you move on to your next journey, Miss Velvet. Tuva Parson. Oh, Tuva. What can I say within a paragraph that I haven't already told you about 1,000 times in the last 2 years? Let's try. You can do this. Nope, I've said that. Be more confident. Nope, I've said that too. Oh, how about, I know you can do this. Just start doing it. Wait, nope, I've said that too. All right, enough messing around. Tuva, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Now just put your mind to something and do it. You bring so much more to the table than you give yourself credit for. And I hope in the future, when you are faced with a struggle, you say to yourself in a Blais voice, don't be a squid. Believe in yourself and aim at whatever it is you want to do and go grab it. I know you can do it. Best wishes, Blais. Dylan Teslin. Dylan, it's deeply meaningful to me that I was your teacher on your first and last days at Eagle Hill. I remember you fondly from that summer because you asked earnest questions about the texts we were reading. I hope you always keep that inquisitive knack. You definitely applied that in philosophy class this year, where you asked great questions about Marcus Aurelius and Aristotle. I also appreciated our movie talks, especially your keen sense of how film scores emphasize the emotion and action of a scene. I hope you will find a way to study film, literature, and philosophy in college. You have all the tools to succeed. Best wishes, Mr. Hopper.
Mr. Koczur.
Sam Marabella. Sam, for all the years you've attended Eagle Hill, this was the first that we had the opportunity to work together in the classroom. Before that, I had grown to know you through outdoor adventure on the ropes course and casual check-ins in the hallways, on the dorm floor, and before the first period bell. It was an experience we both looked forward to through our conversations about night and man's search for meaning. I learned much about you and was reminded how inquisitive you are. You are always questioning everything. Questioning the purpose of things, the choices others make, and you're not afraid to challenge others when you disagree with their opinions. It's a good thing. I was also reminded how considerate you can be, and that honest concern and that compassion for others will serve you well in college and every other facet of life that awaits. But as far as curiosity and kind-heartedness can take you, remember that in order to reach your goals, you must fulfill your responsibilities and hold yourself accountable when you fall short. It is your actions that will define you. Good luck with the coming year, and be sure to visit Mr. Robinson.
Dr. Leahy.
Patrick Ryan. Patrick, you helped me figure out many things about the game creation platform called Unreal Creativity Engine. It was you, Patrick, that I was inspired to convince to teach video game design as a class using the highly complex system Unreal. Thanks, Patrick, for your motivation and passion to take on this sophisticated system and your perseverance to figure out so many things about it. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, Dr. McCaffrey. Sean Ryan. Sean, I've never met anyone else as passionate or knowledgeable about marine sciences as you. This, coupled with your sincere interest in learning more and sharing that information with others, makes you a truly unique student. I hope you'll be able to pursue these passions throughout your life as a researcher or as an educator. Good luck next year, Miss Green.
Mrs. Linnehan.
Sarah Riesberg. Sarah, I truly enjoyed working with you in classes over the years. Your quiet, gentle demeanor and soft-spoken manner were always so calming. The cross-country team was a different story. I suppose you never really know a person until you take a 2-hour bus ride with them. I saw a completely different Sarah, silly, sarcastic, snarky, and non-stop talking. I was always so shocked that you still had the energy to run by the time we arrived to our meet. But run you did. Not only were you a steady placeholder for the team, you were a supportive teammate and always there to check in with all of our runners. You have a good many qualities, Sarah, and they will all benefit you in college next year. I leave with you one of my favorite quotes. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. A.A. Mill. Best of luck to you next year. Keep running, Miss Whitaker.
Mrs. Mackewitz.
He's ready. We are here now at what seems like a surreal climax to your high school career. You began as my reluctant skateboarder student, more interested in the skate park than in the classroom. Then something shifted, and you developed a love for snakes. While at home during the phase of online teaching. How will I ever forget the day you came online and you were holding your king snake and showing it off like a proud parent? I considered that your herpetology phase. Then another pivot, which had a greater impact. The luchador phase without a mask. And you got your wrestling on. And that continued for a few years, culminating into your senior year as the wrestling team captain. Somewhere amidst all of that, your musical skills were ignited, and it took a lot of effort to have you pay attention to classwork and not to watch the endless videos about classical guitar, which in hindsight, I am glad you pursued. Then there was that one evening you shared the stage with Dr. Wong, another classical guitarist, and you two played well together. Remember? Maybe this event playing in front of an audience had a decisive effect. Eventually, the myriad of interests, intellectual, physical, musical, language, and scientific, melded as one in your senior year. Soon you will be heading to the University of Rhode Island with an exceptional scholarship for a classical guitar performance in one hand and maybe a new guitar in the other hand, and the shoulders of your ancestors will be heavy with love and understanding for you, Alfredo Daniel Viela Murray, who carries forth in fame and fortune for family and friends. Enhorabuena, Danielito.
Mrs. McFaul.
Lucia. Lucia. While so many seniors start to check out at the year's end, you did exactly the opposite. Somewhere around term 6, you stomped on the gas and never looked back. Each term toward the end of the year, you would post one of, if not the highest term grades in the school. You put meaningful effort into the independent work, were fully engaged in class, and made remarkable progress even when circumstances out of your control caused you to miss class time. Your resilience throughout the end of this year was truly remarkable, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Good luck next year at James Madison, Mr. Ward.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Mercier.
J.J. Morelli. I may be as nervous as he is. This is my first advisee and my first opportunity to get up and read a graduate advisee. And after spending 2 years here with you, we find out about 2 weeks before graduation that he's got a bit of a scholarship to go bowl at Division II. None of us knew he bowls. JJ, I'm so glad that you took my advice and took our IB math class for your senior year. I selfishly handpicked you for this class, as I truly enjoy your company and wanted to continue to work with you for 1 more year. You are smart, hardworking, funny, dependable, charismatic, and the list could go on and on. I'm completely serious when I say that I couldn't think more highly of you, and I would be honored if I were one of your parents. I would wish you good luck in college, but I know you won't need any. Mr. Blais.
Dr. Miller.
Sergey Kelly. Serge, human nature dictates that when a task is difficult, our instinct is to lean away from it. A strong measure of character is when something is difficult and we lean into it. This year, in reading and writing critical analysis, you consistently leaned into the hard tasks of not just writing, but challenging yourself to write well and to grow as a scholar. You constantly sought feedback, even if you knew that sometimes it wouldn't be what you wanted to hear, and you did the hard work of pushing yourself to grow. This approach will not only benefit you in the future, as growth doesn't just happen, it requires purpose, intention, and effort. You have all these qualities and skills and more. Listen to your gut and remember that you can do the hard things. Best of luck in the future, Mrs. Bonica. Owen Long. Owen, you are an insightful young man with ideas and understanding beyond your years. I've enjoyed the many conversations we shared about social views, and I always appreciated your willingness to listen to those with different perspectives. You have so much to offer this world, and I feel fortunate to have had the opportunity to witness some of it. I wish you all the best on your journey, Ms. Thompson.
Mrs. Nastasi.
Griffin Jones. Green Pistachio, Griffin. There is some satisfaction knowing that I will win this last round of a game that we have played since your earliest days on campus. But that satisfaction is short-lived and certainly bittersweet, for I will miss being ambushed as you surprise me with shouts as soon as you step into the classroom, or spy me across the quad. I'll also miss the many classes that we shared together, from outdoor adventure, advanced outdoor adventure, sports literature, to this year's mystery writing. Griffin, you are an incredibly warm and kind-hearted young man, with a focus and determination to work harder than anyone and everyone else to overcome any obstacle in your way. As a classmate, you are a friend to all, full of compassion and good cheer. And as a student, you are incredibly popular among and appreciated by your teachers because you are so thoughtful and a role model to your peers. It's been wonderful to watch you grow in confidence over the years. You'll be sorely missed next year, so please come and visit. Mr. Robinson. Edward Mickey. Ned, you have a great sense of humor that complemented our class rather nicely throughout the year. When you were focused during our class, your capacity to take in all that information was remarkable. You often surprised me with the depth of your understanding of some of the more difficult material. Your positive attitude was consistent and infectious, and I very much appreciated your contributions to the lighthearted mood of our class. Stay kind and curious, and good luck next year as you move on to UNE, Mr. Ward. Ned has and will be receiving a core member stole for representing purpose. Skylar Palmer. Skylar, it has been such a privilege to work with you in class and see your creativity come to life in RPG Club. You are a natural storyteller. You are one of those lucky people who can see the fibers of a story, weave them together, and card them apart as easily as breathing. Perhaps this love of stories is where your consideration and empathy come from, but whatever their source, you distinguish yourself as singularly generous and kind. Keep dreaming up characters and challenging yourself, and make sure that you take time to appreciate all the amazing adventures that are sure to follow. Roll for success, Mr. Parson. And Skylar will also be receiving a core member, I can't think of the word. Thank you. And for honesty. Isabella Ruthie. I was also so happy to find your name on class rosters. I knew that you would bring your bubbly, gracious, fun-loving spirit to whatever class I was blessed to have you in. Your devotion to your studies was never ending. You put forth every morsel of your attention to apply whatever lesson was placed before you with that beautiful smile every time. I might add, it has been such a delight to watch you becoming one of our quiet leaders on campus. I could count on you to always be gentle and welcoming to every single person you encountered. I looked forward to seeing you and appreciated your warm greetings whenever we encountered one another. I do hope that you will pop me a line every now and again to let me know what you were up to. I would also be thrilled if you found yourself on campus and you popped into room 409 to see me in person. I wish you nothing but happiness, well-being, and success in whatever future adventures you decide to pursue. Fondly, Mrs. Shanks. And Isabella will also be receiving a stole, core member stole, representing honesty.
Dr. Raymond.
Peter Burke.
Peter, you are such a creative and unique storyteller. It has been marvelous to work with you through 2 sessions of writing for publication and to see your ideas come to life in RPG Club. You have a natural understanding of character and dialogue, and you build words that are intricate and unmistakable in their details. There's no doubt in my mind that you will have great success telling your stories and creating games. Thank you for the sincerity and respect that you always brought to workshop. Merry speed on your journey, adventurer, Mr. Parson. Olivia Goldfarb. Olivia, I consider it an honor to have been your teacher on your first and last days at Eagle Hill. As a 9th grader, you arrived as Olivia, a big name for a shy gal. But you more than held your own in a writing class with 2 upperclassmen. I remember well your project on the Hardwick gravestones, and the haunted locket you made sits in my curio cabinet where it creeps out at least 1 kid a year. You were a natural for IB English, where every single day for the last 2 years, you showed yourself to be an insightful critic, a considerate classmate, and a prolific crocheter. You read some tough books, like All the Light We Cannot See and Lolita, so I think you're due for some zippy beach books this summer. Along the way, you have become Liv, and that name echoes what I hope for you, that you live, to the fullest at St. Mike's and beyond. Thank you for trusting us while you were discovering your genuine self. Let's stay in touch.
Mrs. Rice.
Madeline Hornsby. Madeline, you are my only one and done senior this year. Talk about knowing what you want and making it happen. Wow. It's been a pleasure getting to know you through your college search and application process, and I so appreciated your help as a member of my stage crew on Annie the musical last year. As you reflect on your high school career, I hope you do so with pride because you've made a positive impact on those around you. I have a laminated card on my desk that reads, "It's not about finding your voice, but about knowing when to use it." You are a talented young woman who has a lot to share with the world. Go out there and reach for the stars. I wish you all great things as you go off to High Point. Please do stay in touch. I look forward to hearing about your adventures. Miss Gowdy.
Mrs. Riendeau.
Davis Kendall. Davis, you may be a young man of few words, but your actions speak volumes. For the 2 years we worked together, I could always count on your very best efforts in everything we did. Beyond your academic accomplishments, I very much enjoyed your company on the golf team, as you often modeled the role of sportsmanship and integrity for our younger players. I'm glad I had the opportunity to travel the world with you before you set off to Denver next year. In the meantime, I'll take good care of your precious pea plants in the biology lab if you choose to leave them behind. Mr. Ward. Michaela Williams. Michaela, you are one of those quiet, fly under the radar students who, although not the most outspoken in the room, never miss anything. Your reticent exterior hides a highly observant, thoughtful person who brings so much to the classroom. This year, your work in our reading and writing critical analysis class always considered such deep concepts in a unique and insightful manner, demonstrating your quirky sense of humor and playful personality. That balance is hard to strike, but you constantly make it look easy. Keep that funky outlook and work hard next year, and success will find you. Mrs. Bonica.
Dr. Stone.
The Eagle Hill school community is so lucky to have gotten to know you over the past years. You are fundamentally a good human being. I appreciate your honesty and kindness, along with your sense of purpose and the respect that you have for yourself and for others. You exemplify our core values, and you encourage others to live up to the high standards you set for yourself. Thank you for being the young man you are, and keep showing the world how to see the best in others. You make a difference in everything you do, Ms. Thompson.
Mr. Ward. Andrew Beers. Beers, to start, I'll quote your boy, Joe Burr. I just work really, really hard every day, and I think that probably rubs off on people. I'm just unapologetically myself, and I think that's a good thing, and people respect that, end quote. This embodies you, Andrew. You are one of the hardest workers I've ever taught, and I respect that about you. Next, how can we forget Embiid saying, trust the process, which is something you did every day in every class I taught you. There always was a process, one you trusted, so it's no surprise to me that the process you trusted in and worked so incredibly hard for has led you to where you are today. And now you're ready to tackle the new process that college will throw at you. But with the same hard work and dedication, you'll catch on in no time. Lastly, I'm leaving you with a quote from one of my favorite athletes, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. Quote, never say never, because limits like fears are often just an illusion. Shoot for the stars, Andrew, because the sky is the limit for you. I will miss you, my friend, Mr. Kanozek. Andrew is also a member of the Corps, and he earns a stole. Andre Lazaris. Andre, it's hard to know where to start here as I think of all the ways in which you embody greatness. I can't think of many students who are as goal-oriented as you. You seem somewhat beyond your years in the manner in which you physically and mentally prepare for feats that most would find impossible. Competing in Ironman events as a teenager is so unusual, but for you, the process seemed almost therapeutic. What's more impressive is that your passion for fitness is infectious. So many younger students here on campus are more seriously engaged in fitness because you inspired them. Your passion for fitness is just the tip of the iceberg. The real depths of your talents are plain for everyone to see as you entertain the masses with drama, sadness, and humor, so real they forget they are part of an audience. I have such great confidence in your future success. I can think of no boundary high enough to thwart your lofty and consistent efforts, your unrelenting pursuits. If Broadway ends up somewhere in your future, I hope you will consider sending tickets to your old high school academic advisor. I wouldn't miss it for the world, but I will certainly be missing you as you move on to Emerson next year. Matthew Madriperla. Matt, you're the kind of student most academic advisors here hope to have the opportunity to work with. You're kind, personable, smart, and quickly make new friends. You also have really cool parents, which is a win for both of us. I don't always get the opportunity to work with my advisees in the classroom, but I was lucky to see your capabilities in our vertebrate zoology class. Your capacity to comprehend complicated systems quickly with a significant depth of understanding is remarkable. got a lot of horsepower in that brain of yours. All you need to do is step on the gas when opportunities present themselves. You won't need luck to do well at American University next year, as I'm convinced you possess all the tools you need to succeed there. Stay in touch and enjoy the journey. Mrs. Whitaker.
Catherine Moody. I think if I don't read this, she can stay, right? That's how it works? Okay. Catherine, for the past 5 years, you have made EHS your home away from home, taking advantage of every opportunity to learn and try new things, and committing yourself to making our community a better place. You embody what it means to be a pioneer. Not only do you live by our core values, but you also find new and creative ways to solve challenging problems. You have what it takes to change this world. You've already started here in Hardwick. Keep doing what you're doing, Moody. We will be cheering you on from here. Ms. Thompson. Catherine has also been awarded the Core Stole for kindness.
Lastly, my advisees, and I'll start with Max Casado. That's my tie. My emergency tie. Max, while you started the year somewhat timidly, perhaps even in an intimidated way, as a student in our anatomy class, you engaged in a rather expeditious journey to becoming a more composed and confident classmate. You may have surprised yourself with some early successes, accomplishing things you never knew you had in you. Stay confident and curious. Surround yourself with kind and honest people like yourself. You're an excellent self-advocate, Max, and I can't stress how valuable that trait will be to you as you transition to the University of Denver next year. Mr. Ward. Sebastian Dueño. I want all of you to take an opportunity over today and tomorrow, if you have the chance, to speak with Sebastian, who would like to know from each of you whether you see in him what we see in him, and that is the propensity to become a future Eagle Hill faculty member. He may try to tell you otherwise, that he has a plan with his father, but we should talk him out of that. Sebastian, do you remember last year as a junior in my Algebra 2 class? Do you remember the pain and turmoil we put each other through? I sure do. Yeah. I remember that you would constantly push my buttons and complain about having to work, and I would constantly grow tired of having to drag you along. I also remember all of the times that you would say something that would make me laugh. Oh, how I miss those days. As challenging as it was to pull you along, I truly enjoyed our time spent together. I don't know how you did it, but you had a way about you that made it very difficult to be upset by you. Even when you were reluctantly working on your assignment and trying to come up with an excuse, or every excuse in the book not to work, you would always find a way to sneak in a smile or some sort of clever comment. Probably I told him the clever comment. Some sort of clever comment that would, in turn, make me smile. You have a unique style, and I thank you for all those smiles you've given me over your time here. Remember to stay focused, work hard, and continue to smile as you move on to your next journey. Mr. Blais. Colin McDade. not my jacket, but it is not Colin's either. Thank you, Rick. Colin, the growth you've made here academically is remarkable. Your progress wasn't just rapid, it was consistent. You really seem to be driven by a deeper sense of purpose in our class, and I love that you found further motivation through a genuine curiosity about the topics we covered. You came to class each day with a positive attitude and a willingness to learn. I'm happy to have had the opportunity to share that love of learning outside the classroom as we traveled to faraway places to see some incredible sights, be that in the warm tropical cloud forest of Belize or the cold, rainy valleys of Slovenia. Good luck next year as you move on to Northeastern University, and be sure to keep in touch, Mr. Ward. Max Zimmer. Max. There is a saying that as a society grows great, when wise men plant trees in whose shade they will never sit. Think about all the trees you have planted here, whether in academics, the arts, or athletics. Thank you so much for your leadership in starting the Finance Club. Many students will benefit from your efforts in that and in so many other ways as they learn about investing, or join the crew team, or do all of the many things that you've done here. I hope you continue to invest yourself in college through that richness of experience you have created here. You leave an excellent reputation here behind at EHS. Students look up to you. Teachers loved seeing your name on their rosters. You are a well-rounded guy who can find success at anything. Let me know the next time you're up at Camp Ramah, and we can get some ice cream to catch up, Mr. Hopper. This next group of awards are departmental awards in academics, and each department chair will share a description of their thinking about the department award. But I will just say that these awards are difficult to determine each year, and really recognize a student for whom the goals and ethics and commitment to a particular course of study are represented. And so the first department will be Mr. Help for the Makerspace.
In the Makerspace, we encourage people to try new things, even in the face of failure, develop confidence through such. And each year when I look at giving this award, I want to recognize somebody who's gone above and beyond, who has practiced their craft during classes, afternoons, in the weekends. This year we had a rather daunting task that we put together. We made a life-size steel eagle out of about 400 pounds of steel, which took hours and hours and hours of attention. And I'd like to recognize one young man who, in his own time, put nearly 100 hours of work and practice into his welding and his art. To Sam Marabella.
For the English and Reading departments, Dr. Kim.
I'll start with the English Department Award. The recipient of this award has done superbly in both writing courses and literature courses. And I was very eager to bestow these 2 awards upon these 2 students, so much so that I almost gave them away the other day. This year's recipient of the English Department Award has excelled since her first day here. She immediately made great impressions, pardon me, with creative and analytic essays. As an IB student, her literary instincts have elevated discussions about poetry, drama, and novels. Over 4 substantial essays, 2 of which were completed over the summer. Her diligent work ethic led her to write over 5,000 words, and her combined homeworks easily doubled that total. Beyond the numbers, she embodies the rewards that the love of language can imbue: empathy, insight, and a deep connection to humanity. Please join me in congratulating this year's winner of the English Department Award, Liv Goldfarb. The Reading Department Award. This award goes to a student each year who has devoted his, her, their whole self to learning how to become a literate citizen. Students in the reading department learn how to decode language, they learn reading comprehension, they learn reading fluency. And this goes without saying, but they read an inordinate amount in order to prepare them to do the reading that they will encounter every day in our society. This student came to Eagle Hill as a quiet, reserved freshman. Since then, he has grown not only as a reader, but as a person. He has become a capable, confident young man who shares his genius for electronics with us as a department and a school. For this and so much more, and I mean so much more, we give the Reading Department Award to Ashton Crum.
Also to mention that these awards are open not only to seniors, but to students in every class. And I think it really is a testament to this class that so many of them, nearly all of the departmental awards, are being presented today following our school awards last week. For the World Languages Department, Ms. Lusich.
This year, the World Language Department wants to award this student who was in the IB Spanish SL2 class. He improved greatly since last year and incorporated all the teacher's suggestions into his writing and speaking activities. He also worked diligently on all the summer IB work and contacted the teacher through the summer with questions and comments. Please congratulate Wyatt Boyd.
For mathematics, Mrs. Nastasi.
Good afternoon. The math department likes to focus the department award on students that have a passion for math, as well as dedication and determination to learn. We have had many students that work day in and day out, from their first days here at Eagle Hill to their last. This year's winner of the math award, however, goes to a student who has successfully worked through the entire IB curriculum, and although proved to be challenging from time to time, this student always puts academics first above all.
This year's math award goes to one of the hardest working and most dedicated students that may have ever walked the halls of Eagle Hill School, Marisa Gracia.
For the Pragmatics Department, Dr. Miller.
Pragmatics is all about knowing and understanding yourself and others. This student has spent the last 3 years here doing just that. You've already heard that he's taken every single psychology course, but you didn't hear that that was 15 terms and 15 A's. So the Pragmatics Department Award goes to Liam Altschul, who is and Liam is already researching what PsyD program he's going to do.
For the Arts Department, Ms. Riendeau.
The Art Department Award goes to a student whose focus in art gives her direction. This student is independently motivated and dedicated to bettering her visual art skills in all mediums. This student not only feels the rush of her own artistic success, but also the successes of all the students around her. She is inquisitive, supportive, and positive. She led by example and reminded me just how important leadership in art can truly be. The student has absolutely flourished in pottery this year, adding it to the range of her talents that she has already mastered. I can't wait to receive her first excited message when she conquers a new skill in college. This year's Art Department Award goes to Caitlin Montague.
You know, until this most recent member of the Riendeau family joined the school, I didn't know it was possible to hear Riendeau yelled any more times than I hear it each morning. Mr. Hopper, can you help us with the Classics Awards?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Thomas Hopper. I teach in the English department. I'm here to hand out the Classics certificates. I'll tell you a little bit about the program. I'm going to call some students up. I'll embarrass them for a little bit. We'll give them a round of applause, all right? So the Classics certificate is designed to get students engaged with the languages and literatures of the ancient Mediterranean. There are two paths you can take to earn this award. The first is the languages track, which involves taking Latin and Excel. The second is involved with taking a literature class for 3 years, one a year. This cohort has read philosophy, they've read Greco-Roman drama, mythology, and maybe one or two of them have also read epic poetry. And within those courses earn a B+ average, so it's quite an accomplishment. At this time I'd like to ask Skylar Palmer, Olivia Goldfarb, Sienna Marrero, and Liam Altschul to join me. All right, let's recognize Olivia Goldfarb for the languages track. Who's this one? Sienna Marrero has earned the literature track. Liam also earned the literature track. Skylar Palmer is the third student to have the distinction of earning both the languages and the literature track. Give him a round of applause.
Now I'll ask Mrs. Kelly to come up and present the Student Life Awards.
All right, we'll first start with the Core Award. Rookie of the Year Excellence in Spirit Award was awarded at the end of the year awards earlier this week. It is this week, yes. The Service Award is being given to a senior. The recipient of the Service Award has served their EHS community by dedicating their free time to serving the students and faculty. He's going to roll his eyes when I call his name because he said he didn't want to win any more awards, but the 2022-23 Service Award goes to Ashton Crump. For 16 years, Assistant Headmaster for Student Life, Ron Baglio, championed the cause of the Eagle Hill School student body. He modeled patience, compassion, and empathy in a manner that made our students feel respected. Generous with his time, good humor, and goodwill, Mr. Baglio made each and every student with whom he interacted feel important and at ease. To this day, we honor and mirror his dedication and commitment to our students' interests by, in his words, doing what is right always. The Ronald M. Baglio Student Leadership Award is given to 2 members of the senior class who serve as role models for all students of Eagle Hill School. They are standard bearers in the areas of participation, reliability, enthusiasm, and dedication. Ron would have loved the class of 2023. Their willingness to serve as role models, help their peers and faculty, their silliness, and overall sense of purpose. This was a difficult process because so many of them have set the standard for what it means to be a leader on campus. Loyal to a fault. I say this because of Harrison's love for the Red Sox. Besides that flaw, Harrison is one of the kindest people you will ever meet. Genuine and hardworking, he quickly became a pillar in student life. A proctor for Dana Hall, corps member, basketball player, my floor hockey teammate, Harrison was there when needed. He is a smile when you need one, a hug, a gentle redirection, and a reminder that something needs to get done. He seeks out ways to support his peers and faculty while enjoying every moment that he has. Because of his height, he is so easy to spot in the crowd, and whenever you look for him, he's always there. Ron and Harrison would have had long conversations about the Yankees-Red Sox debate. They would have sat with each other at dinner and talked about the day. The kindness and love that was shown in Ron's eyes is reflected in Harrison's. The first Ronald M. Baglio Student Leadership Award goes to Harrison Select. He just said, "Go Yankees." I just want everyone to know that. Our Queen Bella is the human equivalent to bedazzling. She just squeaked, I think. This girl shines wherever she goes. They say the eyes are the gateways to the soul, and when you look into Bella's, you see kindness, compassion, empathy, and one of the strongest young women you will ever meet. There is no quit in her. She says what needs to be said, and she does what needs to be done. She is one of the last that knows me as a swim coach. The first time I met Bella and her other half, Caitlin, was at our swim interest meeting where I explained my expectations. I just watched these two sit in the back corner of the room, listening to everything I said, sitting side by side. At the end of the meeting, as they were walking out, I approached and said, "Don't worry, you'll be fine." Bella looked at me, smiled, and said, Oh, I'm not worried. I knew in that moment that this young woman was like any that had come before her. My queen, you have shown us the way with your genuine nature and natural strength. I'm so proud that Bryn has a big sister like you. Bellarucci.
As they do each year, the members of the senior class have invited a member of the faculty to impart one final piece of wisdom. And this year's final lesson will be taught by someone who has taught all of us a great deal about our core values of honesty, respect, kindness, and purpose. Please join me in welcoming Assistant Head of School for Student Life, Crystal Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you. Try to look good. All right. Good evening, Eagle Hill faculty, staff, Board of Trustees, and our EHS families. I got through one line. That was pretty good, guys. It is my honor to be asked to speak to my kids, the class of 2023. Now, I can see when I use the word kid, some of you reacted like Bryn does, depending on the day. Some of you sat a little taller and looked at me like, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm big. Some of you, some days, she rolls her eyes and thinks, oh, what is she going to do now, and is it going to be embarrassing? Other days, she will smile and find comfort in the fact that she is loved and protected. I don't take that word lightly. As parents, our kids are our light. They are our heart. They are the reason we drink so much coffee. Over the course of the years that you have been part of this family, I have had the honor and privilege to call you my kids. And like I tell my Bryn, you will always be my kids. You may pack up your suitcases, and your paths will take you in new destinations. But you will forever be a part of who I have become. No matter how far you go, you will always be welcome home with a snack and a hug. So don't forget to let me know when you have arrived safely by sending me a text or a quick email. I don't do the Snapchat. As parents, we make a lot of mistakes. We grab milk when we should have grabbed orange juice. We make chicken nuggets when you say you want chicken nuggets when we should have known you wanted macaroni and cheese. We leave the drum at home on Tuesday because we forgot that it was band practice. Or start to read emails when we should have been, thank you, loading you into the car so you aren't late to school. So my friends have told me. I think that the biggest mistake that I ever made, however, was reading a poem on Facebook that was titled The Last. The poem was all about not knowing when that last moment will be as your kids grow up. The last nap that will be taken, the last bedtime story that will be read, the last time you carry them up the stairs. After reading this poem, I first sent a message to my friend who had sent it to me, and then I cried, feeling sad about the losses that were headed my way. My heart ached to think about the last time my kid would sit with me while we colored, or the last time I would wake her up in the morning before school. This poem floated through my mind over the course of this year. I found myself thinking, This is the last soccer game Declan, Colin, Mackenzie, Max, Evan, and Serge will play in green and white. The last time I will be by the pool, screaming for Catherine, Bella, and Caitlin. I caught myself sitting at my desk, looking out my window, thinking, this is the last time. The last proctor meeting. This is the last time I'll see Wyatt dressed up like a little stormtrooper on the lacrosse field. It's the last time Liam will get off the crew bus. Michaela won't need the key for the store anymore. Matt won't need to open the snack bar. This is the last time Ashton will sit in my office and tell me I don't have any good candy. The last time I hear, "Hey, Queen." This is the last night our country crew will gather around the fire pit and just sit in the Adirondack chairs. The last time they forget to turn it off before heading to the dorm. The last walk across campus for Davis and Owen. The last time Will picks up his keys. The last hug from Lucia. The last time I get to tell Harrison that the Yankees rule. And my last reminder from Marisa that we have a meeting. It's easy to get lost in thinking about all the lasts, feeling sad because we'll never have them again. Over the course of these last couple weeks, I found myself watching you, my kids, and not focusing on the last, but instead focusing on the next step. Sitting at the beach, watching you dig holes, holding hands around a bonfire, doing the wave, laughing in my office, watching all of you prepare for your next chapter with your chin up. I'm proud of what you have accomplished. That confidence that was shaky when you first stepped onto campus is rock solid as you prepare to step on that stage. Cherish the moment like it could be your last, but live it with the joy of being the next step. I've rewritten this speech 4 times. I know it's shocking. The weight of the moment, the pressure to use my opportunity to share with you, not for the last time as students, but for the first time as soon-to-be graduates. I pulled out all the stops in those 4 versions, Brinisms, quotes. You know I love a good quote. I numbered my thoughts, I put them in bullet points, I color-coded, I word-vomited everything. I've been told I can be wordy, and I only had 5 to 7 minutes. So I sat down in the lecture hall Thursday afternoon, and I watched Caitlin run around with her yearbook, and I watched Skylar waving at someone across the quad, and I wrote down what I feel you really need to know. While I was listening to True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, The House That Built Me by Miranda Lambert, and My Wish by Rascal Flatts. There is a family we are born into. There is a family we are raised with, and there is a family we choose. Not tied together by blood, but by experiences. You are a family that I have chosen. You are enough. You are enough for this world. You are enough for those that truly love you. You are enough to live a joyful life. You have everything you need to get through the difficult times. You have everything you need to get where you want to be. You are worth showing up for every day. You are worth every moment, every gray hair, every cup of coffee, every WTF moment. You are worth every moment. Don't let anyone convince you that you are less than. Be compassionate with yourself. Be proud of yourself. Believe that you are more than enough. And when you feel like you aren't enough, be extra. You are here to be you, not to mold into an image you think someone else wants or needs. We need you to be yourself. I can speak from experience. In our time together, each of you contributed to us because of your own unique set of talents and gifts. We would not be the same if you weren't brave enough in those moments to be you. And you are brave enough. Know that you are loved more than you will ever realize.
know that I will sit by you at any moment and hold your hand in celebration or mourning, in silence or laughter. And in these moments when your voice shakes, when you get knocked down, stand up, straighten that crown, and keep going, my kid.
The class of 2023 has a gift for Mrs. Kelly for delivering their last lesson, and I promise you this is the last time they will give it to you. We have a few announcements. Parents, these are really for you, so you can say them again to seniors later on. The first is that seniors, whether they stay in their dorm rooms or leave campus with you tonight, should be in the Cultural Center lobby at 10:15 tomorrow morning. 10:15 tomorrow morning. The current weather report suggests that we may have rain tomorrow, and to follow our rain plan means simply to change the seniors' procession modestly, shortening the distance to the tent. So there's not much to plan for there. We will also, rain or shine, have the traditional bell ringing under the tent tomorrow morning. Please join us following the ceremony, and there's a little bit to go for dinner in the dining commons. Please find a seat when you get there, and a member of the waitstaff will then direct you to the buffet. Following dinner, there will be a reception on the patio outside the Wicks Student Union. And I think there is no better way to end the evening than to watch our seniors in action. Seniors, as soon as I get out of your way, would you please find your way from the stage to an open seat, hopefully with your family or near them, when I get out of your way, so that you can enjoy the slideshow as well. And I want to end just by using a phrase that we've heard many times here before, and that is, pinch yourselves, seniors, because over the next 18 hours, your dreams will become reality.